guys? Welcome to the shyu channel, where I listen to music I've never heard before and hopefully find some new stuff to add to my playlist, and also new stuff to be inspired by, and of course for you guys to vicariously relive your first listens through me. This one is long overdue because there was a lot of talks about this album being incredibly good, and for some reason I just didn't get around to listening to it. I'm really in the mood for some pop, I guess this would be. I want to take a look at some of the details in a second, but something non-rap anyway, because I've been listening to a lot of rap recently. So I thought it was perfect timing. And I've heard nothing from this, but I've heard a snippet of one of the tracks. Actually, I have heard Up Song, and that is actually new from their live at Bush Hall. I'm aware of one of the main aspects of their band that draws people in, and it's the voice of the lead singer, right? Very unique voice, and it's very nice. So I am aware of that, but other than that, I haven't heard anything from Ants From Up There, and that's what I will be reacting to. So it's actually a UK-based band, which I wasn't aware of. Their origin is Cambridgeshire, which is the hardest town to pronounce in the existence of towns. Commonly abbreviated, yep. English rock band, okay, so it's rock. We got experimental rock, post-punk, post-rock, art rock are the genre tags listed here. Cambridgeshire, formed in 2018, wow, that's super recent. So we got Tyler Hyde on the vocals and bass, Lewis Evans on vocals, flute and saxophone, May Kershaw on vocals and keys, Georgia Ellery violin and backing vocals, Charlie Wayne on the drums, backing vocals, and Luke Mark on guitar and backing vocals. The band's first two albums featured guitarist and lead vocalist Isaac Wood, who left the band in 2022. Oh, I actually heard of this. I heard about this actually. Was this the guy with a very unique voice and he actually left? I think it was, wasn't it? I'm not totally sure. So yeah, I didn't actually know they were from the UK, but they are. And they are a very newly formed band. Athens, France, and Sunglasses in 2019. Combined features of experimental rock, post-punk, and post-rock. Drawing comparisons to bands such as Slint, ooh, I love Slint, and contemporaries Black Midi. Black Midi, from what I've heard, I like their music. That's actually a reaction I want to do, is Black Midi's Hellfire album. I have a friend that really enjoys that album, and also Schlagenheim, and I do know Near DT MI from that album. Sorry, my throat is actually bugging me right now. Oh yeah, on my YouTube banner says Jasmine Tea and a pair of headphones, and I think I've only had Jasmine Tea in one other video, and I think that was the Car. I'm pretty sure it's Car's album, or Boldy James. I think it was Car. But it is back. So if you have a tea or a snack, perfect chill video to relax and join me in a cup of tea. I love jasmine tea and green tea. If you guys haven't tried it, you should try it. Much better than coffee. I used to drink coffee a lot. And I recently stopped putting sugar in here because it actually kind of cancels out the benefits, so there's no point, right? And it only takes a couple weeks to get used to it and start to crave sugar-free tea. So yeah, didn't take me long to get used to it. Okay, anyways, that's a lot of waffle. I usually don't waffle too much in the beginning. And I've never gone on the wiki page and got a little brief of the artists. But I like this. Maybe I'll do it more often. The album received critical acclaim and commercial success, debuting at number 3 on the UK albums chart. That's crazy. Bro, their success is insane for a 2018 formed band. And this is also a lot of members. It's 7 in total until Isaac Wood left. So 6 members. Okay. So Ants from Up There will have Isaac Wood, I believe. Holy, that looks so weird. My hand when I'm holding a cup and sipping. I think because I'm really skinny. It's like a skeleton taking a sip of tea. Look at that, what the fuck? Okay, let's get into it. About an hour-long album, roughly. 59 minutes. So let's go with the intro. I believe it's an instrumental, yeah. Interesting sound. This gives me Neutral Milk Hotel vibes. Oh, that's someone that they might remind me of, Neutral Milk Hotel. Oh wow. This collection of instruments is nice because not every band has all these instruments being played, right? On the wiki it did show saxophone, flute, violin, and those are not always there in bands, right? Great little short intro to start off the album. Very nice. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Oh my gosh. I just listened to 3 minutes of Snow Globes because I was on shuffle. Like, what the fuck, man? And I was really enjoying that as well. Continuous rift, but it was never getting boring. Okay, Chaos Space Marine. The violin. Wow. What's that, like 200 instruments already? Wow.
England is mine. Think of all that went wrong. The sailor boys light up in song and they sing of London. Love they made there, will it really last? Anytime, in time.
Such a unique voice. Wow. What a dynamic between all these instruments. Nice background vocals there. What does that mean, Billie Eilish style? Ooh, Good Will Hunting. Wait, what? Good Will Hunting came out before Billie Eilish was around there. I don't get that. Is there someone else called Billie Eilish? I'm guessing. Great song. I feel like they could do so much with the instruments that they're playing because they got more range of instrumentation than most bands, I would say. Produced by Sergio. Oh, he's the sound engineer. Okay. So it was mainly Isaac Wood, right? Singing this. And then we get background vocals from, I guess, Georgia? I think it's Georgia. Or May. But yeah, super nice song. And they do give a Neutral Milk Hotel kind of vibe, which I like. Is there any info? Yeah. Chaos Space Marine is the first single from Black Country New Roads' upcoming second album. Ants from Up There, set to release 5th February, blah, blah, blah. The song, an uplifting progressive pop track with a defining and consistent riff, follows the story of a surreal character, a Chaos Space Marine. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh wow, it's from Warhammer 40,000, that game. Okay, interesting. I don't fully get the premise of the song, but sonically it was very nice. I enjoyed that. I love these album covers as well. I mean, like the covers of each song, like is similar to the actual album cover. Also, this name, Ants from Up There, really reminds me of one of the names that I might name a project that I'm producing. Because they both give, I'm not going to say the name of it, don't want to give anyone the opportunity to steal it, you know what I mean? But they both signify us being very small in the grand scheme of things, you know, looking out from the universe. You can even make Earth look like a speck, right? So yeah, same sort of concept. But okay. Third track, Concorde.
Fell to my feet, and the doctor said we are unfortunately running out of options to treat. What a funny
Wow.
way to speak. And you, like,
That's lovely. That touches on what I was just talking about. Like, this refers back to the album title a lot.
we share the same sky.
That saxophone,
And
I
then
believe that's what it is, right?
we'll suffer.
That adds a lovely layer to it. I love that riff right there. What instrument is that though? That's another horn. They did list only one horn. Oh, one is a flute and one is a saxophone. But both of them sounded like horn instruments, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I really like the concept of this song. I'll touch on it at the end of this song, but yeah.
Led by the dark to our place on the table. The Sandman inside, and I'll come to like a child.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Now that was something. I live for stuff like that, for sure. Bro, that was... The outro is one of the, like, most amazing things I've heard in my life. I just didn't care about anything. I was just closing my eyes and drifting, just taking it all in. It was so beautifully arranged. Wow. Can't wait to re-listen to this. And it also has really good lyrics in this one. I got a grasp on the meaning of this a bit more than the previous track. So a bit of what I hinted on about the album title. The chorus kind of confirms that narrative, but at the same time, the song in its entirety is about a relationship, right? But I feel like this whole thing could just be about a relationship, right? But I think naturally when we hear lyrics like this, actually when we see the album title, I'm pretty sure most people would think of what I thought of, like how small we are in the grand scheme of things. But when you hear this song and he says, And you like Concorde, I came a gentle hill racer. Is specifically talking about a person that sees you as an ant from where they are, and in this case, he's, you know, using Concorde as the metaphor for someone that he's into, and I guess is not paying much attention to him. I feel like this concept has been in 2 other reactions that I've done, I think. Well, I'm not sure actually, but yeah, I found this part pretty interesting. 1,000-mile long tube. I thought this was referring to a time machine. Of course, not a real time machine, but how you would envision going through time, back in time, through like a tube that's like a black hole sort of thing. But I don't think he was referring to that. I don't know. And I like this part where he's mentioning that she comes back, but not fully genuine. Like coming back just to look, led by the dark to our place on the table. So don't tell me you're hungry, because darling, I'm starving myself, because he wants her. And even when she's led back to him, she is not fully genuine, and is from a disingenuous place. Yeah, like it says here, she comes back either to get back together or to hook up because of desires that she can't control. Wow. Yep. I love that song. I want to listen to the outro again right now, but I'll wait. I will wait. Okay, this is a Bible, and I would love to read it, but I am not going to read it right now. Okay, so we're going to go to the next song, which is Bread Song. Oh, wow, it shows the live viewers. That's interesting. Oh, that reminds me, car seat headrest, I could also react to. Wow, that's so interesting, bro. I love lines like this. Over where the signal's good. Oh, never mind. Headset. I'm stupid. Scented candles. I'm actually burning a candle right now. Oh, wow, that's synth.
And slid into something beside.
That could actually be the violin that was listed with just some effects on there, actually. That sounds real nice though. For real. Bro, crumbs in a bed, one of the most annoying things of all time. Yeah, that is up there actually. I haven't thought about that because I don't eat in my bed. What a funny thing to sing about. I like that though. It's different. There's definitely a hidden meaning to this though, right? Yeah, the breadcrumbs representing undesirable bits and pieces of one's character that fall off when one is presenting a vulnerable and emotional side. Okay, yeah. I like that a lot. That's cool. It's such a nice mix here of like amazing poetry and a cadence that might not sound too modern, and then you have modern references like Wi-Fi. I don't know, it's a really interesting mix. And the instrumental is also like a mix of that too. If anyone has seen him live, tell me how it is live. I would imagine this sounds so good live, especially the previous track, Concorde, the outro of that. That must be insane live.
Oh, darling,
I've actually never seen a band live where I could see each instrument being played in real time.
you said this place is not for any.
I feel like that would be so cool. 'Cause I love watching Radiohead live videos and just seeing each part, because it could be very blurred when you just have it all online, right? Seeing it live, like Colin Greenwood on the bass, got Johnny on the guitar, seeing Tom do the vocals and the guitar, it all just makes it a lot more surreal. So I'd imagine seeing this live is pretty crazy. But yeah, very, very, very interesting song. I like the chorus. I did touch on this metaphor already, but yeah, great metaphor. I never felt the crumbs until you said this place is not for any man, nor particles of bread. Don't eat your toast in my bed. See, at first I thought it was him saying this, but this is his partner saying, don't eat your toast in my bed. This could also be interpreted as little things that don't need to be mentioned, but your partner picks at it just to have something to insult you about, even if it's the tiniest thing, just because of how disingenuous the relationship is at that moment, I guess. That's now that I'm looking back on this, that's what I'm getting from it. See, it says lay out your rules for the night, like also a way to just keep you in check and be in control of the relationship. I don't know if that's true, but it would make sense, saying that she lays out the rules for the night. Don't eat your toast in my bed. And then you say, because you're very innocent, not intentionally doing anything wrong, right? And you say, oh darling, I never felt the crumbs until you said. And then I'd imagine she wouldn't say this out loud, but this place is not for any man, nor particles of bread. So almost like demoralizing him to the point of equating to a particle of bread, a crumb. That's crazy. So I might be digging a bit too deep into that, but incredible writing nonetheless anyway. But yeah, very nice sound on here too. I like it. There aren't as many vocals from the other members. Like it was mentioned, they also do vocals and background vocals. There hasn't been much. It's mostly all Isaac Wood. Oh, there's a live video here. See, I'm probably going to watch a lot of these after. If you have recommendations of these, I'll watch them. Not as a reaction, it's just I'll watch it in my own time. But oh, there's a song called Good Will Hunting. Oh wow, I wish I had watched the movie, because I've been meaning to watch it for like years. So yeah, if there's any references, I will not be... Well, I might know a couple references. I do know the general gist of the movie. But anyway, Good Will Hunting. That's a synth. Starting with a synth, that's different on this album. Wow. The drums are a lot stronger in this mix compared to the other songs. That's nice.
Trying to find something to hold on to. Never texts me nothing, but she wants to tell me she's not that hard to find.
Got some great lines in this album, man, so far. That's great how that comes in from almost silence to this. Oh, that can mean a lot of things though. I'll look at the annotation at the end.
And later on, everyone will say
I love the consistency of theme throughout this album because it helps me understand each song a lot more. And I could take in the everything else more. Does Billie Eilish have good style? I've never really seen her fits. Okay. Wow. One of the more exciting instrumentals on the album. Yeah, that was nice. There's some lyrics I want to go back to, especially this. Oh wow, it's got very short annotation. Even though he is left out beside his significant other and their friends, he will stay behind and do anything to get back to her and make her happy. Okay. So it didn't touch on traverse the Milky Way, trying to get home to you, and you bring some piece of the stars. So a lot of these lines, of course it's telling a common trope of a partner not showing much interest, but you're super into them. But it's also kind of showing that everything that the woman does is kind of otherworldly, out of reach, and that refers back to the album title. So she seems super out of reach, right? Because she's just not getting the gist of how much he cares, or she's just not into him as much as he's into her. So he's just trying to find some way to keep him in her mind. She's aware that his dependency on her is not healthy. So maybe that also kind of pushes her away more. She does actually care for him. And maybe she thinks that's best. See, the whole concept I've heard before, right? But it's just how poetic he is, and his voice is really, really making up for, I guess, the lack of unique concepts. But of course, these concepts in songs are just talking about their life anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's unique or not. So he done it really well. Or they, I'm kind of just talking about the lead singer, but I guess they executed it really well, because sonically it's very different and poetically it's very interesting. Okay, Haldern, track 6. Ooh, that's the flute there. Oh wait, I'm stupid. That's the saxophone. No, that's the flute. When I think of flute, I think of such a tiny little thing, but there's big flutes, and that sounds a bit big. I don't know, the sound it's producing is not super small, like a piccolo. Piccolo is the type of flute, right? Small one, I think. Oh no, that's one of the big ones, I think, yeah. See, this, even just this, when an artist says a line and you can interpret it so many different ways, you get a bunch of thoughts from just a couple lines. That's like really strong poetry. It's only for the evening. Even this line could be digging the hole even more, because it's not only for the evening, but he's, you know, convincing himself that it's temporary. That's nice. We've got the saxophone in this one a bit more. Did it mention the keyboard or piano? It doesn't. Oh, May Kershaw. Oh, it shows some more here, right? Banjo. Oh yeah, there's some that wasn't mentioned. Mandolin. I love how his lyrics are broken up here. Each line is kind of separated. I wonder if there's a hidden meaning to that too. I wonder, is there a lot of crossover between Neutral Milk Hotel and Black Country New Road? Let me know if you guys are fans of Neutral Milk Hotel. Wow. This also touches on what I said earlier about how she seems super otherworldly and out of reach, which of course is the whole premise of the album, but even when they've formed a ring around her home to stop her from leaving, she rose through the ceiling, you know, like everything he tries, she just slips through his hands. Ooh, okay, that was nice. The instrumental was more chaotic. Actually, a lot of this album has been chaotic. I like that. Maybe there's only one song that was pretty more in line with traditional stuff. Ignore the hole I've dug again. It's only for the evening. Those two lines are incredible. Why am I seeing Minecraft? A possible reference to Minecraft. Common practice of digging a hole and staying there for the night to avoid enemies. Oh, that come at night. However, it is frowned upon to use this as a permanent way to overcome the night, but generally, most players agree it is fine to do temporarily. Okay, I don't think that is correct. It could be, but that is boring. It's not that boring, but, you know, no offense to them if that is all they meant, but I will happily convince myself that it's about him digging a hole, of course. Digging a hole in a sense, not of the Minecraft sense, but of him continuing to go down the wrong path of chasing this woman, I guess, and not really learning from it. So he says it's only for the evening, to try and convince himself and maybe convince her as well that it will stop soon. But in reality, he doesn't know when it will stop and if it will stop, because the feeling is so strong, and that's why he's continuing to chase and dig that hole. So that's what I get from that, and I like that a lot more than than the digging the hole for safety. So it's saying this touches on maybe the fans of Black Country New Road that obviously don't mean any harm, but do enhance the social anxiety or whatever he has, or yeah. Interesting, man. Yeah, this song's really poetic, and you could go pretty deep into it. Very enjoyable. Okay. Next is Mark's theme. Oh, it's an instrumental. And it says Mark singing. So maybe it's singing that we can't actually interpret. So was it Mark who plays saxophone? It's Lewis. Is there anyone else that played it? No. So it's a tribute to Lewis Evans' late uncle, who passed away from COVID early in 2021. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Passed away from COVID about 2 months ago now. I had my sax at the workshop for ages, and I got it back the day I found out he passed away. So I just thought we'd write him something. He was a massive fan of the band, at all the gigs in the front, moshing away. Oh, that's cute. He was an absolute nutter. He was crazy and annoying and awesome, so we thought we'd write him a song. And we're going to put it on the second album. Oh, that's great. I like that. So it's gonna have his uncle actually singing, I guess. Maybe a little clip from a video or something that they added to the track. This is nice. It was very low. I guess that's why it doesn't have lyrics. Yeah, you can't really make out what he's saying, but that's very nice. I like that tribute. We're gonna let it flow straight into the place where he inserted the blade. Oh, that's an intense title. Wow, these are the 3 longest tracks here at the end. Loki sounds like a Zelda soundtrack.
So you never made nice with the locals. Show me the place where he inserted the blade. Oh, praise the Lord, burn my house. I get lost, I freak out. You come home and hold me tight as if it never happened at all. Good morning.
I love the flute, man. You don't hear it often in rock. It's so nice. Like Zelda and rock together. What's a soup maker? Like a slow cooker, I guess? Interesting reference there, Bound 2. Wow. You can hear the emotion in his voice. Damn. That was a jam-packed track. That was full of meaning, instrumental. It even had a lot of harmony, which is not very common in this album. For a band that has a few members doing vocals, they don't overlap and harmonize often. But I do love how they came in with Good Morning, and then there was another bit down there. But yeah, more of the so this one touches on the relationship with the fans and the audiences that he performs to, and also the relationship, of course. So in the pre-chorus, there's every time I try to make lunch for anyone else, in my head, I end up dreaming of you, and you come to me. What's the you come to me part? Not sure what that last line means. But yeah, I guess comes to him in his dreams. But yeah, just showing that none of these relationships equate to what he had or what he wanted from the woman that he's obsessed with. Show me the place where he inserted the blade. It's a biblical reference. Isaac will suffer, Concorde will fly. Wow, that's a good reference. There was a Kanye reference, Bound 2. It's interesting. So here, I guess it's touching on the relationship with his fans. Codependent relationship to the one that he finds himself in as an entertainer. Yeah, so he makes lunch for a lover who does not truly love him back. Ah. Wait, so the person he was singing about throughout the album, that's his current relationship, right? Or is it his previous relationship? That part confuses me slightly about. Right, the artist and the audience need each other. Yeah, the artist and the audience need each other. Or that's what's expected, right? But what does the audience give? He's giving all this art out and putting his whole life into it, right? But what is the audience giving in return? I guess. Okay. Yeah, what's Athens, France? That's been referred to a few times, and I saw it in the wiki page. I think it was a song or an album of theirs. A single, yeah. It's on for the first time. That must be their debut album. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, a lot of things to unpack in this track, so I will go into it more when I listen to it off camera. It's paying homage to Bob Dylan. Okay. Oh yeah, it's a nice track. Okay, the next one I actually listened to 3 minutes and a half of after the intro because I had shuffle on. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit that. I'll figure it out. But I guess for this part, I'll probably just play the previous footage of me reacting to it, and then I'll switch it over. So I'm gonna skip to when the verse starts because that's when I realized. So yeah, so Snow Globes. So it should play the first 3 minutes of me reacting earlier in the video right now. Ooh, this is quite ominous. This reminded me of like the Microphone song. If you guys listen to the Microphones, they're great. This is creating a nice atmosphere. Oh, let me turn this light up. Maybe not too bright. Actually, it's pretty dark enough. Should be alright. I didn't even notice the bass coming in. We got some sporadic muffled drums going on there, creeping up on the beat. This is really reminding me of Neutral Milk Hotel. It's that saxophone, I guess, might be giving that sort of Scottish flavor that I get from Neutral Milk. I love this melody. So this is the future me reacting to the rest of the track after that hiccup. So yeah, let's carry it on. Wait, oh my days, I'm stupid. So I'll start it from the verse. Oh wow, that's a Killers reference. Interesting. I love the drums, how random they're scattered around. It's almost like math rock drums. I love drums like that. I was gonna say this did not feel like 7 minutes so far, but it's because I skipped. Because I reacted to a lot of it already. So this is metaphorically relating to the relationship between Catherine of Aragon and King Henry VIII, which I'm not too familiar with, but I guess it's a similar dynamic in the relationship. Yeah, a failing relationship. So he's saying Henry knows there is a God that looks after the world. Shake meaning to manipulate the world and causing things to happen. Ah, makes sense. That's why he says weather. God of weather. He's manipulating, like in the snow globe. It's the outside force, like the man above almost is us shaking the little world in the snow globe. Stir in the pot. That's a nice metaphor. Very interesting reference in this song. I like it. It's cool. And I really like the art of this one. It's got a bunch of little worlds in a package. It's almost like imitating a snow globe where you could just shake it up. Yeah, that was nice. I'm gonna go into the final track, Basketball Shoes. So I wonder, all of those ones that have a different cover art, were those all singles? Because that's a lot of singles. This one has the actual album cover art, so I guess it was released on album date. But yeah, let's get into it. Basketball Shoes. Track 10, final track, 12 minutes and 37 seconds. Pretty long track. See, the power of being this minimal with instrumentation is that it creates an atmosphere, right? Similar to, I think it was the intro of this album, or the start of the second track, I can't remember. This beat has built up so steadily. So Athens, France was their debut single. Oh. So there's 2 parts to the song. 3 parts to the song. Ooh, it's going into part 2. Actually, I'm gonna break this up and go through some of these lyrics before I go into part 2. Because I'd imagine they're like separate songs. So Concorde flies in my room. So the room is representing his thoughts, metaphorically. And the Concorde, of course, throughout the album represents the relationship. I mean, the woman that he's in a relationship with. So it tears the house to shreds because, of course, everything relating to those thoughts has not really been positive thoughts, right? And it's like because in my room, it's like a private area, intimate for like solidarity. But the Concorde, the thoughts of the Concorde is so strong, it just invades and ruins his thoughts. What was the stick insects thing? Invisible to others, yeah, because they camouflage. And then he says leaves here. I thought that might have been a little play on words. The stick insects, they're around leaves a lot, which is the environment where they're camouflaging, right? I might be reaching. Okay, yeah, there is a lot to unpack, so I'm not gonna go through all of it. But yeah, let's carry on. Part 2. That sounds interesting. Oh wow. Oh, a switch up. Wow, that drum pattern is crazy. That's nice, I like that. That's sort of like a distorted guitar there, right? Wow. That was nice. very chaotic compared to the first part. I'm gonna let it go into part 3. Oh, interlude, okay. I can go over these annotations during the interlude, I guess. Oh yeah, I did get that. That's a cool line as well. They drown in me like boyfriend jeans. Because they're baggy, of course. Well, not all the time, but... Oh! My gosh, that almost jump scared me. But I'm actually immune to jump scares, so we're good. There's something layered with the guitar there, I don't know what it is. Well, 2 things layered. I guess there's like a bell, and then the saxophone or whatever. And now there's vocals, of course. Bro, this reminds me of... This also reminds me of the microphones that I mentioned earlier. But maybe there's something else. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of The Ladies. I don't know if you guys would be familiar with The Ladies. It's got Zach Hill, who is in Death Grips. You should check this album out. They Mean Us. Really good album. It's math rock, so similar to how the drum patterns are very chaotic in some parts of this album. Their music is like that. And So Much for the Fourth Wall is my favorite song by them, and it was in my top 10 songs of all time, so check that out if you're not aware of it. So this is part 3. This sounds really nice. Oh wow. Wow. That is huge. Oh yes. I love this. Okay, wow. No, that part 3 is up my alley. Jesus. Wow. That was another moment like the outro of Concorde, where you could just sink yourself completely into the chaoticness of what's going on with the instruments, but also with lyrics, vocals this time. That was super enjoyable. Definitely my favorite of the 3 parts, but this interlude was super good too. Yeah, so apparently this is referring to Charlie XCX, more so as a metaphor, I imagine, and more about him than Charlie. But yeah, it does say that there's a lot of crossover between the two artists, which is interesting. I wouldn't have thought that, actually. Also, I haven't heard a full Charlie XCX album, so if you want me to react to that, I'll do that for sure. She got some great songs. So yeah, even with the annotations, I don't fully understand the reference. So maybe if someone could break it down for me. She has a lot of crossover appeal in both sides of the music world, yeah. Stated on multiple occasions that the music that each of the 7 members equally love is pop music. Okay. Unresolved Oedipus complex. Isn't that an incest story? Or am I tripping? Yeah, I remember. Killing his father and marrying his mother. There's something that referenced Oedipus recently. Maybe it's a book that I read. No, what was it? What books have I read recently? Well, I don't know. That's gonna bug me because something recently referred to Oedipus. And I feel like it might have been a book that I was reading, but I don't know. Oh, Oh, it was Kafka on the Shore, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I'm stupid. Oh yeah, Kafka on the Shore. One of the best books I've read. Recently read that. Not very recent actually. Like a month or two ago. Yeah, that has some Oedipus references, like direct references to Oedipus, the Oedipus story. Yeah, that was bugging me. I had to know which book it was. But yeah, if you guys want to read it, really good magical realism, they call it. Fiction by Haruki Murakami. Very, renowned Japanese author. But yeah, so this, I really don't understand this verse, unfortunately. Oh, I get it. So it's because he was dating someone that is like his mother. His fear of becoming his father by dating someone who is like his mother. Ooh, very interesting concept. Wow. Really interesting. I think because it's a bit harder to understand because it's from a very left field. Because the themes have been very consistent and easy to understand, and he didn't mention anything of this sort of theme previously, so forgive me for not understanding it instantly, but wow, I mean, amazing first listen, honestly. Insane, very unique voice, which I expected, because I did hear snippets here and there, so I expected to love the voice. The instruments surprised me. Like, I didn't know I would be getting guitars laid with piano, laid with flutes, saxophone. Really unique. And gave me Neutral Milk Hotel vibes, which I mentioned a few times. Because, they used bagpipes and those sort of sounds. Kind of takes you away from the mainstream rock quite a bit. So yeah, I look forward to listening to a lot of these tracks again, especially Concorde and Basketball Shoes, especially part 3. And I think those two are my favorites on first listen. But yeah, if there's more you would like me to react to from them, I believe their debut album is not on Spotify. I know it is. Oh yeah, for the first time, yeah. Oh, it's very short. It's like an EP. Oh, the songs are pretty long, so it's sort of average time for album with only 6 tracks. So I could react to that or Live at Bush Hall. I do know Up Song. I've listened to it a lot, so it would be like a fresh listen. And the deluxe for Ants from Up There is just live at Queen Elizabeth Hall, so we'll leave that. Alright, well, if you guys enjoyed the video, hopefully it was a nice, relaxing, comforting video of reliving your first listen. And please like, subscribe, if you'd be so kind to, and comment any albums you'd want me to react to. There are a few albums I need to react to. Definitely the Boy Genius album and Phoebe Bridgers' debut album, and then I was going to check out some of the albums from the other members in Boy Genius. So those will be coming, of course. If you're interested in those, please, subscribe and hit the bell. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.